Well, g'day folks. Magic spring day here today in Melbourne. I got a couple of things to do in the shed here, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on a couple of topics along the way. The jobs I've got to do today is I want to check the valve clearances on the 500. It's done 300 hours, it's time to check it, see where it's at. And the other thing is I have a weeping fork seal on my Triumph Tiger 800, so I want to attend to that. It's that time of year, new bikes are coming out. So you see a lot of press around the new models that are coming out, and some of those things are just starting to bug me. 300 hours on the 500. So last time I checked these at 200 hours, there was virtually no change from 100 hours. So let's whip all this stuff off here and just see if they've moved much. Just another little trick that someone pointed out last time. You can wrap some like Glad wrap or something around all of that just to hold any of the muck up. So I'll try a plastic bag. So the thing that's been annoying me, it's not, let's set the scene. So this time of year, you get all the new models come out, right? So that's great. We get all these fantastic looking models, new tech, new graphics for some, all new tech and new frames for others, which is great. The thing that gets me though is the marketing that goes with this. Now I get that they can go anywhere and they can do anything. Like any bike can go anywhere and do anything if you have the right rider on it. But that's the thing. We're not all enduro riders. We're not all ex-motocross champions, trials riders, all of that sort of stuff. We're just average people, right? So to stick, to see these big bikes being jumped through the air or, thrown into corners with a leg out, that's enduro territory. That is not big adventure bike territory. If you're on a 1290 jumping it through the air, you're on the wrong bike. Okay, we have 0.13 on the exhaust side, so that's exactly what they were at the 200 hour mark. And check the other side, 0.13, it's pretty tight, and it does fit up the other side, but hasn't moved out to 0.15. Just squeezes through, so it's probably about a 0.1. That's probably about a 0.14. At 200 hours, it was 0.11, 0.13. It's now 0.12, 0.14, and the exhaust side is the same. Still in the range, all good. That job is complete. Now back to these bikes. There really are some pretty nice looking bikes coming out for 2024. Desert X Rally looks pretty good, and the KTM 890 Adventure Rally also looks pretty good, but they're still big bikes, gotta say. 1250s, your 1300s, they are all 230, 240. The BMW 1250 GS Adventure is 268 kilos. Like, that is a lot of bike. The Triumph Tiger 1200 Rally is 249 kilos. These are big bikes. The mid-sized bikes are a lot less, obviously. The Tiger 900 Rally, 201 kilos. The KTM 890 is about 200 kilos. And the Tenere 700, that's a bit porkier. That comes in at 220. So there's still a lot of weight on these bikes, which in itself is not bad. But the way that they do these shots, some of this marketing is just ridiculous. I do get people who ask me my opinion on this bike, and whether this bike is any better than the 700s or the 690 or the bigger bikes. It really comes down to, like, where do you want to ride the bike, and where do you want the benefits of the particular bike that you're going for. Now, if you buy these big 1200s, the 1300 BMWs, the 1250 Adventure R, Those bikes are going to be awesome on the road. They're going to be awesome on gravel roads. They're going to be awesome for most things. But as soon as the going gets tough, they're going to be a handful. And that's where the smaller bikes come in. That's where the 500 absolutely rules the roost. In the tighter terrain, when things are getting tough, when you're picking the thing up because you're dropping it all the time, that's where the 500 wins out. You're going to pay for it on the bitumen if you've got to do any sort of kilometers there, but this is where you have to make a choice. Where do you want the benefits of the particular bike that you have? If you plan to just do, tens of thousands of kilometers of outback road, get a bigger bike, because this is, you're probably not going to enjoy it on this bike. But if you want to do a whole bunch of high country tracks, or some tougher mountain tracks, rocky hills and that, get a smaller bike. Onto the other job now. Got to fix that leaky fork seal. I'm fairly hopeful I can use this little tool here to scoop it up and just clean that seal out. So let's get to removing some of this business. In there, spin it around a couple of times. Bit of oil came out, but that's okay. As I say, a little bit of oil goes a long way. So me personally, I've had a big bike. I've had the 800 XC. When this first came out, I've had that. I've punted that thing around, and on big open gravel roads, fantastic. And yes, I managed to get it through some high country tracks and did some interesting things places I probably shouldn't have been, but it got me there. Probably had a bit of help with my friends every time I dropped the thing, but so for me, that is exactly why I chose the 500. Chose to have a smaller bike for the tighter, technical, harder conditions and the harder tracks, so I could get myself out of drama easier than on a big bike. Big bikes have their place and they are brilliant for big open road stuff, outback tracks and that. But are they enduro bikes? No, and that is the thing that is really annoying me about all this marketing. When I see somebody throwing their massive big bike into a big dusty berm, why are they there? They should be on a motocross bike or an enduro bike. That is not the place for these big bikes. So that's it for my little rant for today. It's just something that's been annoying me lately. It's it's a first world problem obviously, but it's just one of those things that just annoys me. Really appreciate all the manufacturers bringing out all these new bikes, new tech and stuff, because it makes everything so much better for us as riders. I just wish they would tone down some of this marketing, because seeing a 1250 touring bike being jumped through the air is just not right. Thanks for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Bye for now.